Games. You know, I have a lot of regrets in my life, like college. But if there's one thing I don't regret at all is spending so much time playing video games. Unless, you know, it's a bad game like Fire Emblem Fates. Video games are great. They're a medium that never stops surprising me because it's incredible how something that seems so simple in hindsight can make me feel a barrage of different emotions. And I believe that every game I played has mattered, from the best ones, the most boring ones, and even those which I hate with a burning passion. They all have been experiences that have left me with something. Not exactly something good, but they definitely left me with something. Now, in order to my love for video games, I'm going to give an award to every single game I played in 2022. It doesn't matter when they first released, the only rule here is that I played them this year for the first time. I know I made videos of a similar vein in the past, but this time, it's more special. So welcome to the Shelf Awards 2022! What makes it more special this time? I got my own suit, finally! And I didn't even have to rob it! But anyway, let's get started. Halo is a franchise that every middle school kid had to play if they wanted to have some friends. Fortunately for me, I was able to play Halo 3, ODST, and Reach back in the day. I specifically love the latter. But even then, I never went on to play the other games. But all of that changed earlier this year when I had the opportunity to get my hands on the Master Chief Collection. And holy shit did I miss a lot! Halo isn't just an incredibly solid and fun shooter. The story, the music, the characters, it is all very memorable and it just keeps going. Halo was just super exciting to play. As soon as I finish one game, I will jump right into the next one because I love my time so much. I wanna say Halo 2 was the one I enjoyed the most, but all of them were nothing short of amazing. Shooters are not my forte, but there's a decent amount of them that I really like, so I'm glad to include more Halo games in that category. Halo, the Master Chief Collection gets the award of wow, people were in line! Playing a shooter with mouse and keyboard is a superior way! That was the first shooter I played on PC. I really liked it. Pokémon Legends Arceus. This game was one of the first reviews I made in 2022 and honestly, there's nothing much I can add outside of watch my video needs to know how I feel about it. But long story short, I thought this was a genuinely damn good Pokémon experience. It was different enough to set itself apart, introduced so many great features, had likable characters, a simple but enjoyable story, and most importantly, it never bored me. On the contrary, it was the most genuine fun I had with the franchise in years. It is with utmost joy that I must announce that Pokémon Legends Arceus earns the award of this game was so good, it gave me high hopes for the future of the franchise! Oh wait! This is the Pokémon Company we're talking about! Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna, the Golden Country. Another game which I made a video of. You're also invited to watch it if you're interested. But if you need an extra push, this is one of the greatest DLCs I've ever played! I cannot even call it an expansion. It is literally an entire game that can stand up on its own. Sure, it still borrows many aspects from Xenoblade 2, but it still brings its own unique twists that keep it engaging. The pacing was excellent, the characters were incredible, and the story was phenomenal. This DLC is so good that it doesn't surprise me that some Xenoblade fans prefer it over the original Xenoblade 2. As for me, both games are excellent, so the more Xenoblade I get, the better. But Torna specifically gets the award of pain. Suffering even. Agony, if you will. If you know, you know. Now, for the next game we have... Judgment is a game that angered me. You wanna know why? Because I've been a huge Yakuza fan for years, so when I was done with this game, I was so mad at myself for taking this long to play this masterpiece. Judgment isn't just a solid game. It's one of the best entries in the Yakuza series, and it's barely connected to said game story-wise. Judgment is an improvement on everything Yakuza 6 and Kiwami 2 did with the Dragon Engine. The combat was so cool, so fast-paced, while still being immensely satisfying. The story was this incredible detective drama that had me at the edge of my seat at all times. And the new characters, it was impossible to not like them. and despite how serious the game looks at first glance, it still has that essence that makes the Yakuza game so unique. If you love this franchise, you owe to yourself to play Judgment.
Damn it! These guys won't stop coming on us! I meant at us!
So, I give this game a... And also, don't call yourself a Yakuza fan unless you have played one of the best Yakuza games in the franchise that isn't even named Yakuza. It's not perfect, but none of the games of the series is. Well, maybe except for another one I'll mention down the road. Tales of Arise. I've been wanting to play this game for quite some time because I love the art style. Tales is a franchise I know is beloved by many, and one of the playable characters was a hot lady knight. It doesn't take me too much to make me interested in your game. When I finally got Tales of Arise, I was excited to play it. I got straight to it and... Can I be real with you? I don't know, but this game just didn't click with me, and that baffles me so much because there's nothing really wrong with it. The characters are likable, the story is fine, the world building is commendable, the power interactions are fantastic, the visuals are gorgeous, and the combat is pure action mixed with RPG elements. Those are two of my favorite genres merged together, but it still didn't do it for me. While playing this game, I felt I was just flowing through the motions. Yeah, there were some really damn good moments here and there, but I was mostly continuing because I had nothing else to play. Maybe I just wasn't in the mood for an RPG. I cannot say for certain, but all I know is that once I got to the final act I dropped it, and I haven't been motivated to continue ever since. It is a shame because there's really nothing wrong with it, but my time with this game was... okay. So that's why I give it the award of came for the hot lady knight, left because I lost interest. And I just noticed that can be interpreted in more than one way. Batman Arkham Asylum and Batman Arkham City. These were games so full of love in their stories, in how tight and satisfying the gameplay is, but also due to how well done the world is, and how it is bursting with so many cool nods and references to the entire Batman legacy. I especially love the performances of Mark Hamill as the Joker and the late Kevin Conroy as Batman. Since most Batman media I have consumed has been in Spanish due to living in Latin America, it was amazing seeing these two in action. Their chemistry and how well they complement one another made me understand why they are considered legends as these characters. Batman Arkham Asylum and Batman Arkham City earned the award of biggest Batman fan was very excited to play them for the first time. Sonic the Fighters, a game I played by mere coincidence. It was simple yet incredibly satisfying, as it oozes with so much charm and personality. Seeing the Sonic characters smack each other in perfect slapstick violence is pure bliss. Sonic the Fighters earns a special award. One for being the first game that made me take my shirt off during a stream. Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. I have a video about that game, but I'll just say, it's impressive how this one fixed all my issues with the first Warriors title. It balanced better the clone issue, it made the characters more unique, added that story that actually tried to be entertaining, and implemented so many great features from Three Houses. It's not perfect, but holy shit, what a complete 180 this one did over its predecessor. This one earns the award of ha! Being a hater does bring good results in the end. Don't play the first Warriors game. It sucks, and I don't like it. Slay the Spire! Roguelike is a genre I've been slowly appreciating over time, and Slay the Spire is a prime example of how enjoyable it can be. Combining deck building mechanics with roguelike elements, as well as 4 different characters to play as, created an experience with an incredibly addictive gameplay loop. Each run will develop so different from one another, and that always had me invested all the way from the beginning, till I died or escaped. I was so addicted to this game that it will literally get in the way of my responsibilities. That's why it earns the award of this game ruined my life! But holy shit, I can't recommend it enough. A Hat in Time. Fun, charming, and overall a pretty relaxing adventure, except for that one level that is like a horror game. A Hat in Time is a 3D collectathon in its purest state, and its inspirations can be seen in every corner while still being its own thing. A Hat in Time gets the award of it's good! Play it! You know, I don't have to bring a funny name for every word. Sonic Team Racing. A surprisingly solid racing game with interesting team mechanics. It was a blast playing it with my friend Isaiah in Canada, and it was incredible how working together allow us to overcome impossible odds. I only think it lacked a bit in content, like stages and characters, but for the few days we played this, I love my time with it. Sonic Team Racing was the most fun local co-op game I played this year, and thus it gets the award of what a beautiful thing friendship is. Hatsune Miku Project Diva Megamix. As someone who has never been involved with this character in any way, shape or form outside of memes and weebu conventions, okay, I have to admit she does have some great bangers. The game is fun, very easy to pick up and play, and is extremely challenging, but I like that it's so full of that contagious anime energy. I even have a fond memory of it, because my friend Isaiah and I stayed up till 3 AM playing this a day before I left the country because it was so fun, and we also didn't want to say goodbye to one another. Internet friends are real friends. But anyway, I give Hatsune Miku Project Diva the award of
once your pizza's delivered, have some fun with Miku.
Splatoon 3. Literally the same fucking game with some minor tweaks. It's still great though. River City Girls. Fun, hilarious, and immensely charming. The graphics are a delight, the characters are so charismatic, the music is pretty neat, and the gameplay is crazy fun. Therefore, I give this game the award of River City Girls is really good. I wish you would text me back. Crash Bandicoot 4.
It's about time.
This was the hardest game I played this year. It repeatedly kicks you in the balls and it never gives you time to recover. Every level is an endurance test, and trying to get 100% completion is a nightmare I will unleash on my biggest enemies. But fuck it, I'd be lying if I said I also didn't enjoy my time with it. What stood out for me the most is that everything in this game is so lively, from the characters, the enemies, the cutscenes, and even the costumes you unlock. It has everything that made Crash Bandicoot an icon back in the day, while still being a damn fun game. But holy shit does it go overboard at times with the difficulty. Crash 4 doesn't earn an award, because this game was an award for me. Because it was a gift from the one and only Ant-Dude, and that alone makes it very special for me. You guys should meet Ant-Dude someday. It's pretty cool. Murder by Numbers. A game I only picked because I was told it was Ace Attorney meets Picross, and as you know, I fucking love Ace Attorney and Picross, and Murder by Numbers was a game, and I certainly played it. Okay, I don't wanna sound like an asshole. This game wasn't bad, I enjoyed my time with it. The characters were likable, the story had its moments. Ooh, I especially love how open it was with LGBTQ topics, but outside of the latter, it doesn't do anything that really sets it apart from other visual novels or Picross games. It also doesn't help that people lied to me. It has no similarities to Ace Attorney outside of being a visual novel, and that the composer of the first game made music for this one. Murder by Numbers was a very straightforward game, nothing more. Still, I think it's only fair I give this game the award of play it only if you really like visual novels. And Picross. And maybe if you find it at a discount too. One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. There's a whole bit on this channel where I talk about it, so I like the attempt at how they try to evolve the Muso formula. There are some things I really love and new ideas that are fantastic, but it's sad that some content like arcs and characters had to be removed. It is a great game that guarantees a good time as long as you're a One Piece fan that enjoys the Muso gameplay. Still, I give One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 the award of the One Piece! The One Piece is real! I wish I could put the original song from the meme, but that will get me a copyright strike. Sonic Generations! I played this many times in the past, but this is the first time I played from beginning to end, and my thoughts about it shouldn't come as a surprise. Incredibly fun game with fantastic level design. As an anniversary title, it could have done a bit more, and the story is laughably non-existent. But there's one thing this Sonic game has over the others, and that's why I give it the award of having the shittiest final boss in the entire franchise. Time Eater? More like Shit Eater. It sucked. Why did nobody shut the fuck up during the final battle? Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. That's literally the last video I made before this one, so I'm summing it up by giving it its award already. This game is broken, and it is outright insulting how unfinished and unpolished it is. Yet, it's still one of the best Pokemon games that have released these last 10 years. I'll take it, but it insults me. And last but not least, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. After God knows for how long, Kirby finally had a mainline game being 3D, and it's honestly not too different from previous titles. The level structure, copy abilities, gameplay, battles, puzzles, nothing is too far off from how things were in the past. But you know, that doesn't exactly make it bad. Just like its predecessors, the game still has solid level design, activities, tons of collectibles, a commendable amount of content, as well as its own new gimmicks. The Kirby formula has always been pretty safe, and this game is no exception. But I still enjoyed it a lot. No, in fact, I can say the adventure itself is one of the best in the entire franchise, and everything about the endgame and postgame content was so perfect. Full of great shit that challenged me and blew my mind. Kirby and the Forgotten Land is simple at first sight, but it always found the right times to catch me off guard. And that's why I give it the award of...
And here we are.
Uh-oh. Shit. Well, we have reached the end of the video. That's what I will say if there weren't some final games I want to mention. These 5 games weren't just the best I played this year. They were experiences that fucking blew me away and shot themselves all the way up to become absolute masterpieces in my eyes. So if you excuse me. Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Yeah, this game wasn't perfect, and it might be my least favorite of the numbered titles, but it still does so many things right and it excels at them. From its great combat system, a massive world to explore, fantastic characters, and one of the hardest hitting stories I've ever seen, it did a whole 180 on my experience. At first I was completely neutral about it, but by the end of it, it became a game that wouldn't leave my mind. And it is a worthy addition to this incredible franchise that just never misses. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 earns the awards of the best game I played this year and don't listen to Where We Belong when you're drunk. Worst mistake of my life.
Objection!
The Great Ace Attorney! After playing pretty much every game in the franchise, I just wanna know how. How did this one ended up feeling so fresh? It literally brought back that joy I felt when I first played the first Ace Attorney game. The Great Ace Attorney has one of the, if not the best story in all the franchise. Fantastic setting, unique ideas, lovable characters, unparalleled writing, and so many plot twists that you never see coming. It's an experience that is funny, hilarious, engaging, and emotional. That's why I give the Great Ace Attorney the award of the best game I played this year, again, and another award for making me say, friendship ended with Maya Fey. Now Susatomi Kotoba is the best assistant in the entire series. Sonic fucking Frontiers! Oh, me vengo. Sonic Frontiers earns 3 awards, one for being the best game I played this year, again, another for being the first Sonic game since Unleashed to make me cry, and another for being a very flawed game that has the most heart and soul poured into it. As a longtime Sonic fan, this game makes me so happy that now I'll make it my mission to show it down everyone's throats. In fact, don't move. Valhalla Cyberpunk Bartender Action. A small section is not enough to make you understand why this game is the masterpiece it is, so I beg of you, watch the video I made on it, spoiler free by the way, and if you're convinced, play this game. You owe it to yourself. It is an experience that will leave a mark on you and you'll remember for the rest of your life. Valhalla wins awards for being the best game I played this year, again, being one of the most realistic, genuine and humane games I've ever played. And because Jill Stingray is literally me. In case you didn't know, she is literally me. Also, just gonna point out, don't play this game after finishing Xenoblade Chronicles 3 like I did. That combo of emotional damage I got almost killed me. And now, the final game of the video is... I'm pretty sure I've let this one sink for a good time, and now I can finally say, without a shadow of a doubt, that Lost Judgment isn't just the best Yakuza game right next to Like a Dragon. It is one of the greatest fucking video games in existence. This game represents a pinnacle for me. It has the best combat system, perfect boss battles, it has one of the best stories, the cast of characters is still incredible, it improved on so many faults from its predecessor, the side content is phenomenal, it has one of the best DLC expansions I've seen in a modern game, and it's so perfect. Shit, I mean, I know no game is perfect, but when I remember my time spent with Lost Judgment, I cannot recall a single bad thing. Every single second spent on it was pure bliss, adrenaline and shock. This game made me capable of controlling my hype, and I urge every single Yakuza fan out there to give the Judgment series the love and attention it deserves. In case you're not convinced yet, here's a list of all the awards I give to this beautiful masterpiece. Being the best game I played this year, again, having the best combat system so far, having one of the best soundtracks in the series, having one of the greatest rivals of all time, having one of the best DLC expansions of any game, dethroning Yakuza 0 my favorite game in the franchise, improving on what already seemed near perfection, letting me beat up high schoolers without consequences, the protagonist can do the joint Splunky, making me fall in love with Saori Shirosaki, it let me play Sonic the Fighters, Kaito's size was increased. Well, I've reached my limit for today. Now I wanna ask you, which games that you played this year were your favorites, and what did you think about the ones I show here today? And of course, I wanna wish you guys happy holidays, and in case we don't see you again until 2023, I wanna wish you a happy new year. I just know it. This next one is the one where this channel will blow up. Hopefully. Maybe. It will blow up. Anyway, thank you so much, I hope you enjoyed the Shelf Awards 2022, have a good night, take care, and see you next time. I'm off to rest.